In this fourth part, we are going to see practices for running a successful daily Scrum meeting. We want to make the meeting short. Daily Scrums that run too long aren't effective. People get distracted, stop listening, and ramble on for far too long. Your team then begins to resent these meetings, and communication breaks down. That's why limiting your meeting time is so important. The shorter they are, the more likely people are to pay attention and find them necessary. For an effective meeting, the daily stand-up should run about 15 minutes. By sticking to the 3-question rule, your team will get all the information they need within these time restrictions. Recommended practices about schedule and attendance will be discussed. Location of the meeting should be fixed, or at least, following a regular schedule. This is because we want to reduce complexity and confusion. Some team members could join the meeting late whether it is not obvious for all the members to find the place. To prevent this, avoid changing locations, but if need to do so, do it in a predictable way, by following a schedule, for example. Attitude during the meeting should be standing up mentally. Reasons are keeping alertness and fostering brevity to preserve meeting efficiency. To implement this, stand up literally, where possible. Some believe that, by forcing everyone to stand during the daily Scrum meeting, the meeting is more likely to stay on target and on time. And let's be honest, the reasoning is solid. No one wants to stand around for an hour just talking. By asking your team to stand, you're showing a commitment to staying on task, and your meetings are more likely to be effective because of it. It's also useful to encourage remote workers to have clear focus on their contribution and how it impacts others. We are flexible about location, in the meaning of physical spot. Reality of teams that are not co-located. Collaboration tools are removing barriers, and more teams view distributed collaboration as an alternative. The latest State of Scrum report, published by Scrum Alliance, states 54% of the Scrum teams are distributed across different sites or geographic areas. Video conferencing solution can be considered as a location. Our physical posture is also flexible. As remotes, standing up in front of PC when using a video conferencing solution such as Skype is silly. You can adapt according to your situation. For hybrid team, we mean team with co-located members and remotes. The co-located members have their stand-up meeting in a room, with remote team members on a screen. For remote team, Scrum Master needs to be especially on guard against storytelling and distractions. Let's discuss 3 problems with daily Scrum's execution. First problem, mobile phones and other software may be diverting attention. As tech professionals, we're all attached to our devices. The daily Scrum meeting is one place you have to enforce the parting of ways, though. We know just how easily it is to get distracted by these devices. Scrum Master can remind team members in advance to turn off other communication devices and other tools. Second problem, bad body language indicates that team members somehow want to give their update and go back to work. If you notice that, remind the team that Agile is all about working collaboration and having a team which collectively owns the work and code. Third problem, you notice side discussions during the meeting. This happens when team members are reluctant to ask questions for clarification. Our recommendation. Scrum Master can remind team members in advance that the audience is the whole team, and he can encourage team members to speak up when something is not clear. Let's summarize this part. Any location changes should follow a regular schedule. Mental attitude should be stand up, not goof off. We have to be flexible about the physical location. We have to be flexible about physical attitude and posture and be innovative to keep focus. About the timing, this meeting is time boxed to 15 minutes. The goal is to get most actionable and valuable information in least amount of time. At the end of the meeting, each one knows the most important thing they need to accomplish that day. Our advice, time it, if you have to. It's possible to signal the end of the meeting, like when closing a ceremony. We want to end the meeting on a high note to energize the team. For example, Scrum Masters can say, "Well, we all have a clear path for the day." That is a classic one. Or if you are one of the 3 Musketeers fans, all for one and one for all. Hey, let's be careful out there if you can to mimic the sergeant in the Hill Street Blues TV series. In short, find your own sentence to send a closing signal to the team. If it is never possible to have a coordinated plan for the day within 15 minutes, consistently over time, it may be that we don't have the time for meaningful communication that is specific to the sprint goal, because our team is too large. Our recommendation for this situation, following the 2-pizza team pattern, created by Jeff Bezos, the Amazon founder and CEO. According to this pattern, group size should not be more than can be fed with 2 pizzas, from 7 to 9. Larger group size stifles creativity and communication. You can compare interactions at a pizza party versus wedding. Larger group size exponentially increases number of links between people and overhead of maintaining them. Larger group size leads to overconfidence. It increases tendency to underestimate task completion. As a summary, respect the meeting time box, and it's up to you to choose a way to effectively end the meeting. So we've looked at developing recommended practices for the daily Scrum regarding to running effectively the meeting. In the next section, we'll be concluding the training,